Thank you for watching my presentation. My name is Matt, and today I'm going to show you how to add Firebase Authentication to an existing Android app. There is a link in the description to the GitHub page where you can clone or download the project if you want to code along. So the first step will be to create a Firebase project, and I'm going to give it the name Firebase Auth. So now I'm going to attach an existing Android project to it, and I need to get the SHA-1 fingerprint, and the easiest way to do that is to click this Grail tab over here and run signing report. And then I'm going to copy this SHA-1 fingerprint right here, and paste it, and then I need to get the package name, so I'm going to copy and paste that. And then I'm going to nickname this Firebase Auth example, and that will just help me to distinguish which app I'm looking at when I look at this Firebase project. And then the next step is to download the Google Services.json config file, and then you'll drop it into the app folder. And then I need to add these Gradle dependencies. This one goes into the project level Gradle file, and the other one's going to go into the app level Gradle file. And then the last step is to apply the plugin for Google Services. Now, once I run the app, it's going to try to connect to Firebase and just establish that a connection has been made. Okay, great. So our app was able to connect, and now I can see one app listed. When I click it, it tells me it's my Android app right here. So the next part is to go to the Authentication tab and make sure that whatever sign-in methods you want are turned on. I'm going to do email and password. So what we have here is basically a skeleton app. It doesn't actually sign the user in or use any other authentication methods. It just checks that the user is typing something into the text fields and then takes them to the appropriate activity. And then I also have all of the code in the background. It has a lot of to-do sections in it that we're going to fill in with the actual authentication methods from Firebase. So I'm going to be working through this task list in Trello, and the first task is going to be to register a user's account so that they can sign into the app. So now I'm going to go over to the register activity and then remove this to-do task. I'm going to get a instance of Firebase Auth by calling Firebase Auth.getInstance. The next step is to call the method createUser with email and password, and then pass in the email and password that we got from those text fields and add an onComplete listener. So for this part, I'm going to say that if the task was not successful, then Firebase told us that they weren't able to create the user's account, so I'm going to give them a toast message saying account could not be created. And then I'm going to add the message that Firebase gave us. Now this else block is going to be under the condition that their account was created, so I'm going to get the user's account by calling getCurrentUser on the instance of Firebase Auth, and then I'm going to create a profile updates object so that we can set their display name, and that's going to use user profile change request.builder.set display name and pass in the display name that they had typed into that field. And then I'm going to call a method on the user called update profile and pass in that profile updates object I created earlier so that we can set their username. So here we're saying if the task is not successful, then their display name was not able to be set. So we're going to give a toast message saying that the account cannot be created. This is not the correct way to do it in practice, but it will work for the demo that we're doing today. And then if the task is successful, then that means that their account was created and their display name was set. So we're going to give them a toast message letting them know that their account was created. And then I'm basically going to copy and paste everything down here up into that successful block. And then I'm going to move this line about progress bar visibility to the top of this on complete listener because regardless of the outcome, we want the spinning progress bar to disappear. Okay, so I'm going to test the registration screen to make sure it's working. I'm typing in my email address, full name, and the password will just be password with a capital P. And then I'm going to move over to Firebase and make sure that it actually creates the account. And there it is. Okay, so now that that step is done, we're going to move on to creating a login so that the user can log in whenever they open the app. I'm going to go to the login activity and remove the to-do section right here. We're going to do the same thing as we did earlier to get an instance of the Firebase auth. And then we'll sign in with a method called sign in with email and password. And we'll pass in the email and password that the user typed into those two fields earlier. And again, we'll add an onComplete listener. And if it is not successful, meaning that the user wasn't able to authenticate with Firebase, we'll give them a text message saying that the sign-in was unsuccessful and also what the error message was that Firebase gives us. And in this else condition, if the sign-in was successful, we'll go ahead and start the main activity. And in the main activity, we'll be able to retrieve the information for the user who is signed in by calling a method on the auth instance again. I'm going to type the wrong password first, just so that we can see the error message that it gives. Password is invalid or the user does not have a password. So that kind of shows that we actually are trying to make a Firebase call and that it did try to authenticate with the password we set earlier. And now that we were able to log in, I'm moving that over to the done pile. But there's still this problem where if you close the app and then open it again, you would think that you would still be signed in, but instead the app is asking us to sign in every time. So the fix for this is that in the login activity, we'll actually check if the user is signed in already, and if they are, we'll take them straight to the main activity. I'm going to pull this instantiation of the Firebase auth instance to the top so that we can use it later, and then I'm going to get a reference to the user by calling that getCurrentUser method on the Firebase auth instance again. And if the user is not null, meaning that we're able to get a user back, then we'll go ahead and start the main activity before we even set the views on this one. So it should go straight through really quickly. Now if this works, this means that as soon as the app opens, it should take us straight to the main activity instead of the login screen. Okay, great, it did. So I'm going to move that to the done pile, and then while we're here in the main activity, we should let it display the user's information so that we can see how to get that information from the user's account. So here we can see that we're setting those two text fields to say email address and then pass in the email that we get right here, and the same with display name. But to get those, we'll have to get an instance of auth again, and then get an instance of the current user. And then we're going to call user and then a question mark to do a null check and make sure that we actually got a value back. If not, then Firebase will return null. And we're going to get the email and the display name from that Firebase user object. Okay, so we're able to get the user logged in and show their information, but we can't log out now because every time we do, it takes us to the login activity, which checks and sees that the token still exists on the phone for that user. So here I'm going to update the logout button, and this part's actually really easy. All it's going to be is auth.signout. Alright, so you can see I'm actually able to log out, and when I close and open the app, I'm still logged out. So the next step is to set up the forgot password link in case the user forgets their password. This will actually email them a template that you can find in Firebase. You can also edit the template to be however you'd like, but the default one will be fine for now. So I'm going to get an auth instance again. And then I'm going to call a method called send password reset email, and then pass in the email address that they typed into that field, and then add an onComplete listener. So again, if it is not successful, that means something went wrong. And then I'm going to move this progress bar visibility to the top because as soon as that onComplete listener finishes, regardless of what the outcome is, we want the spinning progress bar to disappear. I'm going to move everything that we had into the else block, which means that if it is successful, and then I'm going to copy this toast message and then just change the message to say that the email cannot be sent, and then also pass the exception message from Firebase to the user through that toast message. And then I'm going to try an invalid email address first just to see what the toast message we get is. Okay, email address is badly formatted. I'm going to add @gmail.com. And then since this account does exist in Firebase, it will send the email. I'm going to go ahead and open it over here and then click this link. And our password earlier was just password with a capital P. This time I'm going to do password with a capital P and then 12345. And if I go back to the app and sign in, if I try using my old password, just password with a capital P, it won't work. And it says password is invalid or the user does not have a password, so I'm adding the 12345, and login was successful. So I'm going to move that over to the done pile. The last task is going to be to allow users to delete their account. Right now, when you hit the delete button, it shows you an alert dialog, and if you click yes to delete the account, it just takes you to the register activity. So I'm going to call user.delete and then add an onComplete listener. And if it is not successful and the account wasn't able to be deleted, then we'll go ahead and give a toast message letting the user know. And then regardless, we want the progress bar to disappear. If the account does get deleted, we'll go ahead and give a toast message saying that the account was deleted, and we'll start the register activity again. And then there's a toast message in case it isn't able to delete the account, and we'll also add the exception message from Firebase. So So I've got Firebase pulled up, so if I delete the account, it shouldn't appear in Firebase anymore. And when I refresh, there it is, it's gone. And I'm back to the register activity. If I try signing in again with that credentials, it'll actually give me a different message than we were getting earlier. There is no user record corresponding to the identifier. The user may have been deleted. So that should be everything. I'm going to move that over to done. So that should cover all of the actions that you'll need to know to get Firebase Authentication set up with an app. In the future, I may make some videos about how to add sign in with Google or Facebook. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope this helps.